Welcome back to another episode of The Next Biz Thing, where we spotlight companies that are changing the game in their industries. Businesses that are doing things differently, and more importantly, doing things right. Today, we're exploring the story of a business born in Spain, backed by a team of professionals from mechanical engineering, business administration, and digital marketing. A company that's taken something as familiar and often overlooked as mobile accessories and reimagined how we experience them in everyday retail. This is the story of Plin. Now, Plin isn't your typical startup. They didn't come in with flashy tech, a huge investor backing, or global buzz. Instead, they came with a simple idea executed exceptionally well. Founded in 2015, Plin was built with a clear mission to create high-quality, durable mobile accessories that are affordable and accessible at every point of sale. What sets Plin apart is their deep understanding of what the market truly needs. Not just a better product, but a better way to sell it. The mobile accessories industry is saturated. It's a world full of cables, chargers, earbuds, and holders, all fighting for shelf space. Most companies in this space compete on price, and the race to the bottom has left many retailers with shelves full of cheap products that break or underperform, and that ultimately customers don't trust. Plin took a different approach. Instead of getting caught up in that downward spiral of cost-cutting, they focused on value, offering reliable, well-designed products at an attractive price point, while simultaneously innovating the way those products are displayed and sold. That's where their real genius lies. They didn't just stop at manufacturing or sourcing better accessories. They engineered an entire system around how those accessories are presented in retail environments. Picture this. You walk into a gas station, an electronics store, or a convenience shop. Right at the counter, there's a sleek, compact acrylic display. It's clean, it's well lit, and it's filled with the exact accessories you need. Charging cables, earbuds, car mounts, maybe even a power bank or two. Everything is organized and clearly visible, with no bulky packaging or confusing labels. That display? That's a Plin invention. A patented system designed specifically to turn low-margin accessories into high-velocity sales. They've transformed mobile accessories from something you dig through bins to find into impulse buys that actually add value to the customer and the retailer alike. And the results speak for themselves. Retailers who adopt Plin's display model consistently report increased sales. In some cases, those sales have multiplied many times over compared to what they were making before. That's not just product quality at work. That's merchandising strategy, spatial efficiency, and consumer psychology all coming together. Plin's team understood from the beginning that when it comes to point-of-sale products, visibility and accessibility are everything. Shoppers aren't going to spend 10 minutes analyzing which cable to buy. They want to see it, touch it, know it works, and get out the door. Plin optimized for that behavior, and the payoff has been huge. But what's truly impressive about Plin is how they've remained grounded while growing. From day one, they've worked closely with both small and medium-sized businesses, as well as international companies. That kind of flexibility requires a lot of operational maturity. It also reflects a commitment to collaboration that's rare in the product-based retail world. Their relationships with their partners, whether they're suppliers, clients, or retail distributors, are based on clear communication, transparency, and mutual respect. Plin isn't in the business of transactional selling. They see their partners as long-term collaborators, and they work hard to build trust on both sides. That's why their displays aren't just product stands. They're part of a broader retail support ecosystem. Retailers don't just get a few cables and a box. They get a modular display system, a tested merchandising strategy, and a set of tools designed to maximize the profitability of even the smallest counter space. And when your shelf real estate is limited, that matters more than almost anything. Let's talk a little more about the products themselves. Plin offers a wide range of mobile accessories, everything from basic USB cables to braided high-speed ones, from standard wall chargers to multi-port fast-charging hubs, from Bluetooth earbuds to car mounts and waterproof phone cases. Each product is built with attention to durability and reliability. These aren't the kind of accessories you throw away in a month. They're made to last. What's even more compelling is their warranty policy. Plin backs many of their products with multi-year warranties, which in the accessories world is a big deal. It's a clear sign that they trust what they're selling. And that trust carries over to the customer, who knows they're buying something that's actually been tested and supported. Now, let's zoom out a bit. Think about the bigger picture here. Plin is succeeding in a category that's notoriously difficult to differentiate in. There are thousands of cable manufacturers, thousands of charger brands, and a sea of wireless earbuds that all look the same. So how does a company like Plin stand out? The answer is focus. They don't try to be everything to everyone. They're not chasing trends for the sake of it. Instead, they're deliberate. They prioritize what works. They expand when it makes sense, not just because it's fashionable. That kind of discipline is rare, especially in an industry that moves so fast. And even as the market shifts toward wireless charging, USB-C adoption, and smarter accessories, Plin is keeping pace. They're not behind the curve. They're riding it, investing in updates to their product line that reflect real consumer demand and technological progress. Of course, no company is without its challenges. The mobile accessory market is still incredibly competitive. Margins are tight, especially when you aim to deliver quality at an affordable price. International expansion brings regulatory hurdles, logistical complexity, and cultural differences that can't be ignored. And as e-commerce continues to eat into physical retail, the model that's worked so well in physical stores may need to evolve. But Plin doesn't seem afraid of these challenges. In fact, they seem to embrace them. They're already exploring ways to bring their unique retail experience into digital formats. That could mean integrating their display logic into e-commerce bundles, or partnering with hybrid retailers that operate both online and in stores. And while many companies talk about sustainability as a buzzword, Plin is thinking about it in practical terms. They're beginning to explore recyclable packaging, more sustainable display materials, and logistics strategies that reduce their carbon footprint, all without compromising product quality or cost. There's also the question of scale. Plin has already proven itself in Spain, and its next chapter may be international. Markets in Latin America, parts of Europe, and even Asia could benefit from the same retail model that's driven their growth so far. But expansion isn't just about selling more. It's about preserving what made you successful while adapting to local needs. And based on how Plin has approached every other challenge, they're likely to do that thoughtfully too. What I find particularly inspiring about Plin is that their story is not about flashy disruption. It's about steady, smart, intentional innovation. It's about knowing your niche, understanding your customer, and building systems that scale. In a world obsessed with rapid growth and billion-dollar valuations, Plin reminds us that there's another way to build a business, a sustainable, values-driven, product-focused way. And that's why they're on the next biz thing. Because innovation doesn't always mean AI and algorithms. Sometimes it means rethinking something as simple as where a cable sits in a store. Sometimes it means realizing that a great product isn't enough. You need a great experience around it. Sometimes it's about turning the everyday into something just a little bit better. So here's to the companies like Plin, quiet disruptors who understand that the last 30 centimeters between a product and a customer can make all the difference. Who treat their partners like collaborators, not clients. Who know that real growth takes time, but it also takes vision. As we wrap up today's episode, let's take a moment to reflect. What does it really mean to stand out in a crowded space? What can we learn from companies that prioritize execution over hype? And how might we apply that mindset to our own ventures?